From NBC News, this is Today.
This morning in our ongoing series, The Truth About Skin-Damaged Sun. With summer just around the corner, we'll all be showing a little more skin, but as we soak up the sun, we're also flirting with danger. Every year, more than 1 million cases of skin cancer are diagnosed in the U.S. That's more than breast, prostate, lung, and colon cancers combined. It's the most common type of cancer, but it's also the most preventable, with regular screenings from a certified dermatologist.
In the past 2 years of my private practice in New Jersey, I've literally been finding more and more and more melanomas. So this is real. This is very, very important.
Okay. So when the Skin Cancer Foundation brought its mobile screening RV to our plaza a couple of weeks ago, the sun worshiper in me thought it might be smart to stop in. I'm a sun baby. I was born and raised in the sun. I love the sun. I understand the perils of being in the sun, but sometimes I need a wake-up call. So out of my excuses and into my gown.
You said you grew up in the Caribbean, so you have some light freckles.
You can see them, can't you?
Yeah, in your scalp. Let me peek at your ears. So your ears pretty much to me look like you put them in a frying pan and you've just fried them all.
I know. Well, let's just say I was on vacation and I didn't realize that we were getting my body scan the next day.
Can I ask you to open your mouth for a second?
Most people ask me to shut my mouth.
Some people actually will have moles inside their cheeks, and that means direct to the oral surgeon for a biopsy, and that's never good. But you have nothing there, so we're good over there. I didn't find anything suspicious on you. So despite the fact that you grew up in the Caribbean, despite the fact that you have a tan right now, you're still doing very well.
All in all, a simple and painless 10 minutes that just may save your life. And here now to debunk some of the most common myths about the sun and its effects on your skin, our Dr. Janine Downey with the Skin Cancer Foundation and Betty Wong, editor-in-chief of Fitness Magazine. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us. All right, Dr. Downey, thankfully you didn't, I have no concern. You found nothing on me, which I'm very, very happy about. We should mention that just in the first month alone of the RV tour, you found 17 suspected or potential melanomas. And those are really lives saved. I mean, how diligent do people have to be in getting themselves screened and checked as we approach summer now?
What's really critical is that people go to a board-certified dermatologist once a year for that quick 10-minute screen that you just so mightily showed. I mean, that's really what the Skin Cancer Foundation and myself are trying to get people to do. And then help me help you. If you notice a new mole, something that's changing, something that's crusting or bleeding, something that won't heal, go see a board-certified dermatologist.
Because it's easy to check. You see it on you. It's visual.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's start with those myths we talked about. Dr. Downey, myth number 1, a tan is okay as long as you don't burn, and actually having a base tan protects your skin from sun damage. True or false here?
That's absolutely false. Any tan is a sign of DNA damage from the sun. And a base tan gives you an SPF of about 3, which is nothing, because I recommend a 30 or above, as in these products, the Aveeno Continuous Protection, the Neutrogena, the Ocean Potion, the MD Forte. I want something that has broad spectrum protection with UVA and UVB that you put on and reapply every 2 hours.
Okay, Betty, let me ask you, this one sounds scientific. Anytime you throw a percentage around something, it sounds scientific. 80% of sun damage to your skin happens before the age of 18. That's a myth.
That's actually a myth, and people hear that a lot, and so they think, well, I'm an adult now, so why bother? But that's not true. New research shows that we only got about 25% of our total sun exposure before age 18, and with every 20 years, you get an additional 25%. So adopting healthy habits like wearing daily sunscreen, SPF, or wearing sun protective clothing now actually can be life-saving.
So it's never too late to start protecting yourself. All right, this next one, okay, I have to laugh at myself because I fell victim to this. And let's be honest, you laughed at me when I said this as well. If I put an SPF 15 sunscreen on 3 times, it's not SPF 45, right?
No, it's only.
I mean, don't laugh, Dave, in the background like everyone in the studio is laughing. I wasn't sure.
It's only a 15. There's not a cumulative or additive effect at all. So an SPF of 30 gives you 96.5% protection from the sun's rays, and an SPF of 45 gives you around 97, and then it kind of levels off after that.
So how much better is SPF 45 than SPF 15 then?
SPF of 45, it's just easy to put them both on, and an SPF of 45 will protect you better.
Okay. Betty, let's talk about clothing. A lot of people wonder whether clothing adequately protects you from the sun. Is that true?
It doesn't. I mean, a lightweight cotton t-shirt, for instance, really only has an SPF of about 5 to 9, and that's really nothing. UV rays are just penetrating right through there. So what you really want to look for are tight weave fabrics, high-performance fabrics, things that are made by Columbia, Lands' End, Nike. You can find lots of options from shirts to pants to hats that are specially treated. Some actually have chemical sunblocks built in.
Oh, okay.
And because of the tightness of the weave or the dyes, they actually are absorbing the UV rays before they pass through to your skin, and can do a lot to protect you if you're going to be out all day.
And I'm sure they're breathable. You don't have to walk out in a Gore-Tex coat just to assume that you're in the middle of summer.
Or some thick lacquer on
that's why you have no friends. Next up, Betty, let's talk about tanning beds. It's a $5 billion a year industry.
It's unbelievable. I mean, so many people are lured into this idea that tanning beds are somehow safer than being out in the sun, but those high-pressure bulbs actually emit 12 times the amount of UV rays than you would get from being out in the sun. And it can actually puts you at 75% higher risk of melanoma, 2.5 times more likely to get squamous cell carcinoma. You can actually 1.5 times more likely to get basal cell. Wow. So the only safe tan is a fake tan, something from a bottle, preferably with an SPF built in too.
Okay, ladies, great information. And just to recap, putting on SPF 10 3 times is not SPF 30.
It is not SPF 30.
No.
And, it will never be. Go with the higher level. Go with the higher level.
Thank you both, Dr. Janine Downey and Betty Wong. Great information. Up next, the summer foods you should eat and the ones you might want to avoid.